Enemies everywhere have the Duttons surrounded, and come Season 2, they are going to face their biggest foe yet. What's in store for 1923 Season 2? Let's get right into it without further ado. What is 1923? 1923 is a gripping prequel to Yellowstone that explores the origins of the Dutton family legacy in the harsh, unforgiving landscape of the early 20th century Montana. Starring Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren as Jacob and Kara Dutton, the series captures a pivotal era marked by prohibition, economic turmoil, severe drought, and the violent struggle to protect the family's ranch from powerful enemies. With stunning cinematography, intense drama, and deep historical themes, 1923 expands the Yellowstone universe by diving into the battles, both physical and emotional, that shaped the Duttons' fight for survival. What do we know in the story so far? The Dutton family kicks off the series with threats from every side. Harrison Ford portrays Jacob Dutton, while Helen Mirren plays Kara Dutton, who now manages Yellowstone Ranch after their daughter and son-in-law transferred its property rights to them. Executive management of the Montana Livestock Association rests with patriarch Jacob Dutton, who dedicates himself wholeheartedly to protecting rancher rights. As the wife of Jacob Dutton, Kara is equally involved in building their family and ranch operations, which she conducts together with him. They realize that safeguarding their ranch property will not be an easy task, especially with foes lurking all around them. Donald Whitfield leads the primary group of enemies against the Duttons, which fights to seize control of their property and forcibly take away what belongs to them. Banner Creighton, the Scottish sheep herder, forms an alliance with Donald Whitfield because the Duttons have always been his main target. The territorial dispute between cattlemen and sheep herders leads to fatal outcomes because they contend for ownership of the same land. During the altercation, Banner accompanies his soldiers to fight Jacob's family inside their dwelling. Jacob and John Dutton Sr. suffer serious injuries before the assailants kill John, which leaves Emma to survive as a widow. A tragic turn of events damages the Dutton family severely. The Duttons survive the onslaught because Kara conducts herself with her brilliant composure throughout the entire fight. With Jacob recovering from his injuries, Kara orchestrates the ranch's defense against possible threats and sets precautions for any future threats to come. When Spencer finds out about his family crisis, he embarks on a hazardous return to Montana through perilous waters filled with multiple perils. The group battles with nature as well as with the dreaded passage of time during their dangerous voyage. The Dutton Ranch faces its most critical battle yet to preserve its heritage because enemy forces have never been stronger, and it's going to be an even bigger challenge in the second season. The Duttons are busy with their war while Tiona Rainwater faces a battle of her own. Her abusive experience at the Catholic boarding school seeks to remove all Native identity from its Native students through non-stop mistreatment. Tiona makes the choice to remain patient despite her circumstances. In a desperate attempt for liberation, she chooses to eliminate two of her assailants and flees toward wilderness survival. She survives because her family undertakes dangerous efforts to reach her before anyone else could get to her. The Duttons face their greatest peril when Jacob's health deteriorates and Kara barely manages the ranch operations while they fight to save Spencer's life. As Whitfield and Creighton menacingly approach, they aim to grab hold of all Duttons have constructed. Season 2, new details revealed. The latest details on 1923's second season have left fans wanting more. Kara showcases her strength by firing at intruders before saying, "Any prize worth claiming demands a battle." The season starts with that combative nature defining what's to come. The previous trailers introduced two main narratives of Spencer's dangerous Montana return and escalating ranch dangers that push Jacob and Kara to acknowledge their defensive situation. It was a pretty bold move by Paramount Plus, who renewed 1923 for a second season in February 2023, even though the first season was only halfway through. Guess that's what you get for believing in Yellowstone. Contrasting this with 1883, the creators developed from early on that it would be a single-season television series. Taylor Sheridan brought a multi-part concept in 1923 when he first developed the series. The renowned acting duo of Harrison Ford and Helen Mirren contributed to making a second season of 1923 a sure bet, which earned Paramount Plus substantial streaming records. 1923 is far from over as its second season commences this week. Even though 1923 and the Yellowstone franchise have achieved significant success, the narrative could continue into future installments. This also includes other spin-offs of Yellowstone, which are going to make their way in the coming years, such as 4 Sixes and The Madison. The show descriptions unveil that Season 2 of 1923 delivers challenges not known before for all members of the Dutton family. The harsh winter season hits the Dutton family precisely when other outside groups launch their efforts to take away their inherited lands. According to Spencer, his duty to protect his family requires him to make a dangerous return trip to Montana to battle his menacing adversaries. Alexandra leaves Europe at precisely the moment Spencer enters America because she wants to restart her relationship with Spencer. This new trailer reveals essential plot points from the primary narrative of the season while preserving the foundational path Yellowstone has already adopted. Timothy Dalton, playing villain Donald Whitfield, leads wealthy elite groups that want to buy the Dutton Ranch as they pursue a plan to convert Montana into a luxury gateway for wealthy individuals. Whitfield acted as Banner Creighton's help in Season 1, yet his status grew into the primary enemy of the show during 1923 Season 2. The development paves the way for a severe battle to gain dominance over land holdings. Whitfield definitively has no intention of allowing the Duttons to escape his aggressive pursuit. The upcoming season of 1923 holds an unsolved question that ponders the continuation of events after 1923. The first season of the show was broadcast without disclosing further details for upcoming seasons. The probable time period extends from 1923 through 1924, since Season 1 consumed several months while Spencer stayed in Montana for a lengthy period. As 1923 prepares to return, the Dutton family faces mounting obstacles that threaten to dismantle everything they have fought to protect. With betrayals, brutal winters, and dangerous adversaries closing in, the stage is set for an intense continuation of their struggle to maintain control over the Yellowstone Ranch. Will the Dutton family succeed in doing so, or will their plans to expand control be foiled by their enemies? How are other sequels connected to 1923? And each new chapter connects back to 1923 in ways that deepen the Dutton family's legacy. With 1923 serving as a bridge between 1883 and the modern-day events of Yellowstone, the upcoming sequels will continue to weave together the past, present, and future of the Dutton dynasty. One of the most anticipated continuations is 1944, which will follow the next generation of Duttons as they navigate a world forever changed by World War II. Set 2 decades after 1923, this series is expected to explore how Jacob and Kara's struggles shape the family's resilience, as well as how Spencer and Alexandra's story unfolds. The choices made in 1923, from Spencer's journey home to the battle for the ranch, will have direct consequences for the next generation. Meanwhile, the final episodes of Yellowstone will set the stage for 2024, a contemporary sequel rumored to focus on the Dutton family's survival in a modern era of political and corporate warfare. With Kevin Costner's John Dutton III potentially stepping aside, the series could introduce a new leader, possibly connecting back to 1923 by revealing long-hidden family secrets or past decisions that shaped the present-day power struggles. Each of these series adds another layer to the Dutton saga, proving that while times change, the battle for land, power, and legacy remains the same. The echoes of 1923 will continue to reverberate through every chapter of the Yellowstone story. As 1923 enters its highly anticipated second season, the stakes have never been higher for the Dutton family. With enemies closing in from all sides, Spencer racing against time to return home, and Kara struggling to hold the ranch together, the series is set to deliver even more gripping drama, intense action, and emotional depth. The battle for Yellowstone is far from over, and as new threats emerge, the Duttons must prove once again why their family has endured for generations. With the Yellowstone universe expanding through sequels like 1944 and 2024, the impact of 1923 will continue to shape the Dutton legacy for years to come. Let us know in the comments how you think Season 2 of 1923 is going to pan out. And hit the like and subscribe button for more entertainment content.